What's going on, guys? YouTube here, and gonna be doing some more controller unboxing. I'm testing out the controllers that, yet again, I have no knowledge. We're gonna be checking out two controllers from Retro Fighters. I'm checking out the Genesis Mini Brawler, modeled after the Sega Genesis, and we're going to be checking out the Brawler 64, modeled after Nintendo 64 controller. I say modeled after loosely because obviously they put their own design on it, but I mean, but it's loosely based off of it. So get these unboxed, check them out, and see. Let's see what they could do. Put them to the test. Alright, so we're gonna start this one off with the Brawler 64 because the last video was already a Sega Genesis style controller. So let's check out the Brawler 64. Let's open this one first. Well, to my knowledge, this company Retro Fighters has done all their controllers through Kickstarters, and it kind of sucks because I stumbled across them because of the Kickstarter for the Smash controller that they were supposed to be making, but it recently got canceled. So we decided to look at some of their other options, came across these and said, hey, you seen Switch? Got both of those, so let's try out this controller. Let's get it out of the box. Alright, so got the box, the plastic, get this out of the way. Little manual. Instructions. Customer service, social media. Ooh, macros, buttons, compatible, setup, buttons. The buttons go with that diagram, and macros. Sorry, I just kind of knew with this lens and I suck with the camera, but I wish PS4 was on here. I just gotta get the adapter. Get another one that may flash. Adapter's like the one I have for the Switch. Alright, let's get this out of the way. Let's check this out. Got a very, very lightweight feel. Triggers. I feel like triggers. I'm not really a fan of triggers because I play a lot more fighting games, but it's not too bad. Control stick. Not bad. D-pad. Well, I'm not going to talk about the D-pad as a D-pad. I'll talk about it for basically a Nintendo controller. Because these style controllers, N64, GameCube, Switch controllers, whatever the case may be, not using a D-pad like you do in fighting games, so for that, it's fine because it's out of the way. Turbo and clear, start, and B, and 4 directional C buttons. Not bad. It's definitely probably gonna take some getting used to because it does feel a little strange right now, but it's also considering I haven't touched the Nintendo 64 controller in so long. But overall, it has a pretty decent feel. Definitely gotta try it out in Smash. There's another game I want to try it out for. But we'll get to that later. Let's unbox and check out the Genesis Mini now. Alright, so Genesis Mini. Let's get this open, let's check it out. The other one didn't have tape, they take this controller serious. Shit, I heard that. Oh well. Similar setup with the instruction manual. Ooh, okay. Already this one is... Ooh! Ooh, hold on. My boy was tucked in In the back of the case, I didn't see him. Alright, you know we was gonna use this to play some pixel stuff too, so I appreciate the little goodie, the little extra. Alright. Obviously, I'm a nobody ass channel, so this is in no way sponsored or nothing. I just bought these controllers to try them out because I like to try out different controllers. That's a cool little bonus. Let's check out the controller. Okay. This controller feels a lot more solid. Oh, the D-pad. Ooh, the analog stick. I like it. It's smooth. These buttons. Yeah. This one's definitely a winner. Mode, start. My shoulder buttons. This is going to be a fun controller. I can play some fighting games on this. Though X, Y, and Z are different size, it's still a 6 button. I can get with it. Honestly, this layout and the feel of this one, definitely better. Definitely better than this. Comes to Sega style controllers. This controller is cool and all because it's Bluetooth, but everything from the D-pad, no, you can't really tell in the video, but the D-pad, the buttons, obviously this one has an analog stick, this one doesn't. The shoulder buttons, yeah, this one, controller's a winner. Especially side scrollers, you know, fighters, beat 'em ups, that's up my alley, so this controller is perfect for that. Pretty comfortable too. It's actually really comfortable. The control stick does feel like it's slightly close to the D-pad. Don't know how often you would get, you know, a miss hit. Probably pretty often, depending. Now, if you're playing fighting games, maybe it depends. I have to check with the macros. Maybe there's a way to turn off the analog stick or map it to something where it's not going to mess you up. But if not, there's still ways around it. For side scrollers and things, analog stick's going to be nice to use. But it's really not too offset. Generally with controllers, you know, Nintendo controllers. I mean, this isn't a Nintendo controller, I know that. But since this is for the Switch and PC, I'm comparing it to other Switch controllers. Generally, let me grab a reference. Generally with controllers like this, Nintendo controllers, obviously, this is the opposite analog stick or control stick, and you have your D-pad here. But the D-pad feels a lot further down in placement compared to the buttons. Kind of similar here. This is a more similar layout since they both have their D-pads as the main control, and then analog stick is secondary. Even this one, I guess it's because of how small it is, the size. I love this SM30 Pro, but I feel like I should have got the SM30 Pro Plus instead. This controller is great for my daughter, for little hands like that, but it feels kind of small to me. It's nice, it's got nice buttons, but it just, especially when your both fingers to cover shoulder buttons, this just feels tiny. Whereas this, using this analog stick doesn't feel bad. If I were to play like this, I don't see that would bother me. Feels a lot more similar to how a DualShock analog stick really isn't that far off. It's closer centered. How this controller feels. So definitely gonna check them, you know, put them through the test, play them in some games, see how they feel. But as far as, you know, unboxing, that's a Brawler 64 and the Brawler Genesis Mini. Like I said, I'm definitely looking forward to this Genesis Mini. I'll also, of course, be trying out the Brawler 64. I do think, if I'm not mistaken, when I looked through their Kickstarters, I think the Brawler 64 was probably their first Kickstarter, or at least I know it. I'm pretty sure it came before the Genesis Mini. I'm almost certain. I'm gonna recheck, but pretty sure this was their first controller, and it kind of feels like it because the Brawler 64 feels a little bit more hollow, a little bit lighter, and the buttons and the analog stick, I'm not saying that they feel bad. When you go from holding this controller And when you hold a Brawler Gen, this just feels a little bit more solid. Feels more refined. Everything from the weight to the analog stick to the D-pad to the buttons, the shoulder buttons, everything. So probably do a separate video with gameplay, doing demonstrations, but quick little unboxing of Brawler 64, Brawler Genesis. Like I said, awesome controllers. If I'm not mistaken, both from Kickstarters. That's how they came into existence. It sucks that they canceled the Smash controller. I'm not sure why. It'd be cool if they brought that back, because that controller looks really good. Not just for Smash, but there's a few other games, Rivals of Aether. There's a few other games that controller looks like it would be pretty good for. So hopefully that controller comes back for, you know, whatever reason the Kickstarter got canceled. Just like I said, put them to their cases, let you know how they feel for games. Check back for that. I think I might have another fight stick on the way soon. And that's gonna be all I have for today, guys. Catch you guys next time.